Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have a highly requested video today. I get questions about how can you tell if you need to focus more on liver drainage or kidney drainage? How do you know if your liver is more damaged than your kidneys and vice versa? So there's actually a good way to tell, and this is a method that most holistic practitioners will use. Obviously, you can do more testing, muscle testing, blood work, etc. But just a basic, simple test to tell you whether or not your liver and kidneys are functioning well or not is by looking at what we call crystals versus glue. So, crystals are typically things like kidney stones or gout, where you start getting a formation of crystal in the foot. Um, Typically, if you're the type of individual who, when you're walking, you can feel your joints grinding together, or any kind of like acidic nature, maybe it kind of burns if you have to urinate, or maybe you have a lot of eczema. These are more acidic types of conditions and more crystal type of conditions. So in this case, we would want to heavily focus on kidney support. When we talk about glue, glue is related to the liver and gallbladder. These are more bile conditions. Typically, if you have type of like mucus in your throat, if you're always clearing your throat, if you have runny noses, vaginal discharge, chronic yeast infection, if you just seem more mucousy type of individual, if you have a lot of like acne with a lot of creamy pus, this is more of a glue type of condition. Another symptom to look out for would be a lot of mucus in your stool, that kind of stuff. So if you seem like you're leaning towards more of the acidic crystal type of condition, again, where you have almost like a need for a lot of water, where you're very dehydrated and just again having your joints rubbing together, not sweating too well. Typically, a lot of people will have deposits in their joints. So you start to get deformities. These are all what we call like too much crystal in the body. And a good way to remedy this is by drinking a lot of water. So you can dissolve crystals, they are water soluble. So you can dissolve crystals by drinking plenty of water, sometimes taking minerals like magnesium to balance it out, and then supporting your kidneys through drainage and detoxification is a really good way to remedy this type of acidic condition or nature. If you're leaning towards more of like the glue side, so you're more mucousy, more damp, you have phlegm in your throat all the time, or you have mucus-like conditions or glue-like conditions, issues with your bile, jaundice, things like that, you're going to want to support your liver. And typically, if you have a glue condition or more dampness or mucus, you actually don't want to be drinking tons of water, because that can further make you more damp because it's hydrating you. So it's actually a good idea for a couple days to just really limit your water consumption. Just take small sips. Try to dry out your system by also adding in warming herbs like cinnamon and ginger and clove and cardamom and nutmeg. These can really dry up your system really quickly and help break up apart some of that mucus. And then you also want to do liver drainage, liver support, just to help kind of break things up further. Again, typically if somebody has a glue condition or a liver condition, usually you have to be supporting the gallbladder with it, as your gallbladder secretes bile into your intestinal system to help bind to toxins, push toxins out, and break down your food. So a lot of times when there's a liver condition, there's a gallbladder condition, and they kind of go hand in hand. So it's a good idea to support both, drain both, but that's a good way to tell if you have an issue or not. A lot of people typically will sweat through their sweat glands. This is how your body will push out a lot of that crystal. And if you're not a good sweater, it means your sebaceous gland, or sorry, your sweat glands are blocked. So you're not going to be sweating out toxins. So then your body might start pushing out toxins through your sebaceous glands, which are your fat glands, and you'll end up getting acne when there's sebum being produced. So you want to support your liver in the case of acne, your kidneys as well if you're not sweating. But overall, what I always do with clients is we support both liver and kidneys. There's typically always present, typically when you have a liver issue, there's always kidney issues present as well, because they're both two very important emunctories. And when one elimination pathway or emunctory stops functioning as well as it should be, the rest of the toxins then get backed up to the next emunctory. So typically if there's liver issues, there's kidney issues as well, and vice versa. So those are just some quick little things that you can look at to see if you really need a more kidney support or liver, or if you need to dry out your system or hydrate your system. Mucus and glue, what we call glue, is not water soluble. So drinking water won't break up the mucus, whereas crystals are. So if you have just a lot of acid in your system built up, drinking water can break down these crystals, and it can reverse gout and help with dissolved kidney stones and that kind of stuff. So that's a good thing to do, of course, while supporting your kidneys and renal function. But with the liver, glue is not really water soluble, so be careful, because sometimes drinking a ton of water, if you have a glue condition, will just kind of aggravate things and make you even more damp, and more mucus might be produced. So you want to do drying things. Don't drink as much water. Take a lot of drying herbs into your foods and into the water that you do drink, and then obviously support liver as well. So I really hope this helped. If you guys have any questions, you can always comment below. And I just want to remind you about my holistic membership platform, where you get access to me and all of my amazing content. Not to toot my own horn, but I do have a lot of awesome content that I've released onto that platform and will continue to release going forward. I'm heavily focusing on that platform, so most of my content's posted there or will be posted there. And there's a lot of information there that I've shared that I can't share on other platforms due to censorship. So if you guys would love to join the community, I would love to have you. You get 2 live monthly coaching calls with me and everyone on the platform, which are very, very invaluable. And then you also get access to me whenever through the forum, so you can ask any questions and you get in-depth answers, plus all of the resources that are shared there as well. So I would love to have you. The link will be in the description if you would like to sign up, but it is definitely something to consider, as it'll be a huge benefit to your health. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.